All right, good morning. Welcome to our weekly soul guidance reading from the well. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, honoring Indigenous peoples and what they've been through day. All
Yes,
right,
and
so
in honor of our the root people of our land, I'm pulling from that deck Native Spirit.
I
and
love
the
that.
guidance that comes from
The
their
root
culture.
people
Yeah,
from our
they're the
I love
root.
that. Yeah, totally.
Okay,
Oh.
so I got the first thing so we're gonna go into a creator space here. So I got ambush your fears with ferocious dreams.
I love that.
So this is like, yeah, I have things that are keeping me stuck, but forget it. I'm going to dream wildly toward that thing that I want. And then I pulled Dream Traveler. And this is kind of the practice. And from this little booklet, I learned that in some Indigenous cultures, they sit around the fire in the evening and, they can tell their stories and tell their dreams. And then when they sleep, they travel into other realms where they start to manifest their dreams. And I love that. So that is, dream it up, right? That's the first step. And then I got Song of the Wild. And this is kind of then move a little bit in, not just in your dreams and in the things that you envision, but in your actions, do something that's out of your comfort zone. Start to do with small things every day. I used an example earlier about if you're usually kind of quiet or in your own thing in public, like say you're in the store or in line, reach out to someone, talk to a stranger, get to know them, show them who you are with your heart. Just be kind. Anything that moves you from your comfort zone, that's going to shake it up a little bit. And that's going to, the universe will listen and will say, oh, you're going in that direction now, right? I pulled under that soul on fire. So it's kind of like being led by that desire, that whatever that is burning in your soul. And then we've got move beyond intention to belief. And this is where you can put your mind into practice by first feeling it, knowing that it's achievable, knowing that you can be there if you chose. The only thing that's really stopping you is you. And then practicing that intention until it becomes belief, because when you believe it, you see it, right? And then the final card I got is Great Mystery, and that is the faith that we have in the unknown and the unseen, and trusting that all the pieces that the universe has put in place for you, including your guides and those that are, your ancestors and your spirit guides that are unseen, are supporting you and guiding you, and believing that. It's, it goes with that belief card, believing in the unseen, and that's what faith is. And so that helps you start to formulate whatever your dreams are.
Yeah, and I want to add a couple things. One is move beyond intention to belief is so critical, and then based on those beliefs, take action that is aligned with that fire in our soul. And also, it is not an easy thing to be in the world with the kind of authenticity we're talking about, in alignment with the kind of dreams that we're talking about actualizing. It takes tremendous courage, and it takes connection. It takes connection with those who support you being in the world this way. So, there's a quote that we always send out in the recap email from the well: stay close to the fire of growing people. And that's what this space is. Warm yourself by that fire as you're going through your experiences. And I also want to honor, like, as a white person, I want to just name out loud, when I say honoring what Indigenous people have gone through, I, on a personal level, want to just name responsibility for what has happened to the Indigenous peoples in this world. So anyway, there's a lot to say about that, obviously, but let's all pause. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, first of all, as you evolve and as you do this work, that support system changes too.
Yeah.
Sometimes we shed the ones that aren't aligned with us, and that's okay. It's our journey.
Ones that are holding us back.
And not really supporting. And then also I I have a little lineage in the indigenous, you know, I have a Mexican American factor in my lineage, and which, you know, at one time all that land was indigenous, and, you know, my ancestors from Mexico. Anyway, it's funny because when I was young, and I'm white, I look white, right?
Yeah.
But I never wanted to be seen as white, even from as a child. It's weird. Now, not that, I mean, I honor my whiteness too, because I'm also Euro, but Italian. But when I was young, I wanted that. I don't know. I always felt that standing strong with those who are discarded or unseen or not respected because of the color of their skin. And when I was young, I would always say, you know, I'm Mexican first, even though it's a smaller part of my makeup. But yeah, I think that was probably my way of being able to just say, you know, what happened to our root people just was not okay, ever. That was never okay. So
thank you for sharing. And I guess I'll also say, I mean, I'm Maria, but the Maria comes from my Italian background as opposed to Hispanic, even though.
My Angela too, yeah. Angela Maria.
Yeah, but you know, what our skin shows us to be, right, is complex. And thank you for bringing that in. And yeah, so let's honor this reading and take a breath to just be with rooting into your own truth for what you see in this reading for yourself, and the essence of what that brings up for you, listening from within, and taking a breath in, holding it, and then doing a longer exhalation, just allowing your nervous system to relax. Doing that a couple more times, breathing in, holding, and then doing a longer exhalation. And finally, as you do that last breath, just allow yourself to plant that seed of your dream. And then we will have the second part of the reading.
Yeah. I hope that stuff I said earlier came out right, because I didn't want to sound like I'm anti-white either. But anyway, you know, there's a lot of.
It just came out as truth that we're holding all of it.
And I think what I've always been is pro-human. And my grandfather, my Mexican American grandfather, was my model for that. So there's lots of stories about that. But yeah, anyway, humanity. Okay. All right. So now we have our dreams kind of taking shape, right? So now what? Now, how do we get out there in the world and make that happen?
Right.
Our first step is show the world the real you. Stay aligned with your purpose and who you are. If it's a simple thing as your purpose is caring for those who can't care for themselves, you know, you may want to go and, you know, work with animals and help in that community. But if that's what your purpose is, that's how you show up, whatever it is, whatever your dream is. Then I got the rebel, which is another example of that self expression and sort of breaking molds and being exactly who you are, so that is sort of the magic key that takes you forward into your formation of your goals. I got new vision. This is that now that you've, you know, taken, you know, your wildest dreams and brought them into your space, aim your arrow toward it, aim your sights toward it. Kind of relentlessly. Yeah, like kind of relentlessly, like constantly making sure you're replacing the I can't, or I shouldn't, replacing that with I will and I am, right? Moving toward it. The intentions that you set will begin to blossom and show up all around you. And now here comes, give yourself much more credit. You have what it takes. Your unique self is what it takes in any scenario. And then I pulled discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So that's that
The action piece.
belief that it can come true, but now you have belief in yourself that you can take the action that you need to get there. And then to cap it all off, enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. This is, that's the key. That's the key for any of us to feel like we're succeeding in life, is to be able to be in the flesh what our soul knows about us. Yeah, that's it.
Let's be with that, what our soul knows about us. So pausing again to be with, what soul do you know about me that's important for me to be with? Let me be with that.
Mm-hmm.
And how then that emerges, integrating with our ego and becoming our dream, or simply your intention for this week, or both. But once again, what soul would you like me to know in this moment about my life, about my journey? And then listen for the answer from within. And so it is. Beautiful as usual. All right. Well, in closing, invite everybody to make your wish in the well for this week. And thank you so much as usual.
Mm-hmm.